Welcome to another episode of Half Court Trap. We're going to discuss the NBA and the bubble and the NBA playoffs right now. I'm your host, Big Mike. We got my esteemed panel back as usual. Let's start with my man, Jordan. What's up, Jordan?
What up, y'all?
Jeff?
Yo, what's good? Got the hangy. Got a little hangy.
Yeah, it's the last show. You got some pictures over there.
Hey.
and fresh off his tour, got Tobi.
Is that a world tour? Your girls tour? Like,
I got no comment.
You're out there.
No comment.
Look out there.
All right, so before we talk about now, let's talk about what happened before. Wanted to get into the 1, 2, 3 Cancun teams, which is the first round teams and some of the second round teams. And we got two Sixers fans right here, a couple of them. So I
don't even know who Tobi team. I don't even know, bro. I don't know.
Tobi like the whole league.
Dude, man. He do.
I like the whole league.
Tobi like a Jenner. He got you down with everybody. Every team.
Jenner. Yo, Sixers and Braun. I made that clear a long time ago. Sixers and Braun.
He did. We'll give him that. So with the Sixers, Tobi, since you said that, the question was, which coach do you think will be the best fit, and what moves do you want to see happen in the offseason for them?
Okay, so the best fit out of the coaches that's available, Billy Donovan is out there now, but I'm going to go with Tyronn Lue. I like Tyronn Lue because he holds players accountable. He's not afraid to call players out. He called Brown out. He called Kyrie out. And they gotta get rid of Tobias, and they got to get rid of Horford. Horrible contracts, horrible players, and just bring in better role players. Definitely Horford first, though, before Tobias. But, I believed in them. I thought the height would come to our advantage. But once we lost Ben, it was really a wrap. We had nobody else that could really create for their own. It was only Embiid. Horford was trash. He couldn't do shit. Tobias had like 1 or 2 good games, but his points aren't too impactful where they're going to, propel us to a victory. So definitely get probably Tyronn Lue.
Okay, I'll come back to you. Jordan, another Sixers fan, what you think?
Nah, I couldn't agree more. I like the Tyronn Lue hire. I said Mark Jackson a long time ago. Like I said, I think he holds players accountable, and that's what we need. Ben needs to be held accountable. Joel needs to be held accountable. And the moves, I agree with what Tobi said. Tobias Harris, trash, but we all knew that. Al Horford was, that did nothing. I think they used him for really in case Embiid got hurt, and Embiid stayed majority healthy for the rest of the year, for the majority of the year, kind of. And like I said, I couldn't really agree more with what Tobi said.
Yeah, I think they were trying to keep Horford from the Celtics, but they didn't even play the Celtics, so it didn't matter. So I was dumb at the end of the day. Jeff, what do you think they should do?
Coach, I say Mark Jackson. I'm not big on Tyronn Lue. Like, I think Bron I think the NBA got him his ring with the Game 5 suspension. Like, that was what got him his ring. Because if he don't get suspended, Tyronn Lue might not be that great of a coach. We might not even be talking about that. And nobody else is willing to offer him a job anyway. As far as the moves go, do they even still have the amnesty clause? Is that still out there?
I'm not sure.
So either way, they need to amnesty either Harris or Harris. Like both, I think that money could be divvied up a bunch of different ways. I think they got to blow the whole thing up, to be honest with you. I think they got to get rid of Richardson because, it just wasn't as impactful. He's another one of those players I think that was fit for the system in Miami. That was it. Harris, he's a career journeyman. Never averaged more than 21, 22 points a year. He on season 9 now. So I think they just really need to blow it all up. I think they should just fire Brand. They should have fired Brown and just blew it up.
Sheesh.
Yeah, Brand definitely ruined that team with a lot of his moves. Like that, the Horford contract probably the worst out of all of them because he's
worst easily.
How can Harris not be equated to the same?
I don't know. You don't think Harris is worse?
Because Harris old.
Horford is so trash. Horford is so trash though. Like he's worse than Harris. I'm telling you.
No, he's another system player, man.
I expected something from Tobias Harris. I didn't expect anything from Al Horford.
But they gave him $100 million though.
Yeah, bro. Look at the money, $100 million, bro. That's too much for he is so trash for that though. Like Harris you expect more from Harris, but to give that man that much money, and he is worse than Harris, like horrible. He was horrible against Boston. My goodness.
He just doesn't fit, man. Those are two. The Sixers bought in, I think, a bunch of system players from other systems and thought that they would fit in their system, and they don't.
They don't even have a system. They don't have an identity. So.
I really think it's
even more. Even
Ben made it work, though. Ben made it work. I feel like Ben made it work. Ben made it work a little bit because he created for them. He passed it open to Harris sometimes. Harris didn't always have to create his own bucket. Harris cannot consistently create his own bucket. So that's what's going to happen. When Ben is not there, you have to go get your own shot all the time. Not going to be wide open threes or the ball movement. I barely see ball movement like that.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
right.
True.
And that Shake Milton move was so bad. Like, to start him,
it's crazy because they go back, man. They could have had so much money. They would have kept Covington and Saric. And just
could they? Yeah. And they were two good players. Covington was really good for that system.
Yeah.
Because he was 3-and-D. Harris is no D.
Altogether, I think that regardless, I think they can win with Ben and Embiid, but they'll never win anything if Ben never changes his game, period. Like,
I disagree.
He'll never. You don't think so? You don't think he'll end up like Giannis? That's what it is.
Mm-mm.
I mean, Giannis doesn't eat, but like
Ben has.
I see what
his
you're
IQ
saying.
is better than Giannis. Giannis is more freak of nature. I think Ben has a better IQ at a game.
Yeah.
Like he knows where. I just think he has a better IQ. That's just it.
They got to get the right coach. I think it's all about the coach at the end of the day. The coach will make it work. I like Mark Jackson, but I think he blackballed for real. Like I don't think nobody gonna let him miss the league.
Yeah, nobody
or whatever like that. Eric's just that whole thing with the chick in the church is whatever he like. I think he just kind of blackballed. Yeah. And I'm with you, Jeff. I don't know how great of a coach Ty Lue really is. Like I think he get a lot of credit.
Really you got LeBron and Kyrie. How great do you have to coach?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I just feel like he's gonna get it because Mark Jackson is so blackballed. So, and they say good things about him. Like when you have great players like vouching for you, that's how he's gonna get the job. Just like a reference, basically.
But you know what? Somebody I saw on TV say, and I'm not really big on it, but he made a good point. Dwayne Casey. How many times did the Raptors number one seed, but they just ran into Bron? Yeah.
Where's he at now again? I forgot.
On the bench.
Detroit.
Home, ain't he?
Home?
He on Detroit, wasn't he? He the head coach of Detroit.
Detroit. Oh. Yeah, he's been on Detroit. I knew he got hired somewhere else, but.
Yeah, well, the Raptors crazy because Dwayne Casey was coach of the year, got fired, and now next year Nick Nurse coach of the year. It's crazy. It's like if you go there, you win games on the Raptors for some reason. Like everybody wins games on the Raptors.
Sadly, there's too much credit being given to coaches nowadays. They don't have systems no more.
Yeah,
they just babysitters, right? That's what I heard now.
You can tell the good coaches that separates.
Like Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr got a system. His should be right. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell. You could definitely tell. I mean, I'm not gonna. Tyronn Lue is not elite. He's not Eric Spoelstra. He's not Steve Kerr. But I mean, Mark Jackson is blackballed.
Yeah,
not getting the job.
What do you got? You like Donovan for them or no?
Oh, Donovan? I don't know about Donovan.
He's going back to college, man.
I have more faith in Tyronn Lue than I have in Donovan.
I like Donovan, but not for the Sixers.
See, I saw a picture on Facebook, and it listed all the players that Donovan had. Bro, it's crazy.
Crazy.
They never
Beal,
won.
Joakim Noah.
Wow.
Crazy. Like Brewer, Mike Miller. He brought people through.
What y'all think about Jay Wright for the Sixers?
I don't think he would get the respect he deserves. I just think the blow it up. Honestly, start the process all over because I don't think Embiid will respect.
No more process, bro.
No more process. You don't want that shit. That shit is
Jay Wright, man.
That shit is dreadful. Niggas want to compete.
I hear you, man. But they took the process and ran it in the ground quick as hell.
It didn't work.
We got our two. Hold on, but we got our two franchise players. We just have have the pieces around them, and then the coaches. We got Embiid and Simmons.
Did they even get along?
Who? I don't be
Embiid and
listening.
Simmons.
Listen, I don't be listening to stuff. How would I know? I don't know them. I don't actually know conversations that they had.
You be
I just
everywhere,
know,
bro. You might know.
I just
you
know
might
about
come
what
across.
the media says, and the media just be saying shit. Like on the court, they be hooping. It just their game doesn't always mesh because Ben don't want to shoot. But that's why he got to change his game. And like you said, who said he has you said he has good IQ for the game. So I feel like that helps you when you involve in your game. You know, when you involve in your game, you have the good IQ. That helps you. But we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Let's move forward from the Sixers and that trash. No, but let's move on to Dame Dollar. And he balled out in the beginning of the bubble, and then they had to exit, of course, because they met up with the Lakers. But we love to see Dame. How do you think it's going to end for him, Jeff, in Portland? Do you think he get a title, or should he stay? Should he ask for a trade at some point? What you think for Dame?
His loyalty gonna backfire. He gonna end up trying to stay to win the title, and then they gonna feel like he's ran his course, and they gonna trade him late in his career. That's what's gonna happen. He too loyal for his own good.
Do you think they should keep Melo? By the way, I put that, but do you think so?
Interesting.
Yeah,
I think. Look, if it's it ain't broke. Like Good Melo had 28 the last game going out with a bang. I mean. Maybe the offense should run through Melo, and that's why they should keep him, because they could put him at the 4, run the offense through him. I know he a one-trick pony. He gonna get the ball and he gonna go to score, but for one, you preserve Dame, and then for two, Melo can get the 4-man or the 5-man in foul trouble.
Hold on. Breaking news. We got
special guest.
Special guest appearance.
Ravi.
Good.
What's
bro.
going on, fellas?
Oh man, right on time. We just finished trashing the Sixers. You're right on time.
Oh, nice.
It was a good combo.
He looked like he
Oh,
just came
man,
off 18
luckily.
holes. Like he just came off 18 holes of green.
But now I do want to get his thoughts, Jeff. So hold that thought. The question was, Ravi, the only one you missed is what should the Sixers do? Best fit you think will be for head coach, and what player moves do you like for next season? So.
Player moves. Honestly, I'm starting to think the Chris Paul thing wouldn't be too bad. But they got to get rid of the whole front office. They just sent out a memo. They don't even need to fire everyone individually. Just change the locks on the offices, like whatever they got to do. And then not Billy Donovan. We already had a coach who couldn't get out of the first round.
Somebody said Billy Donovan. So.
Traveling Tobi.
How you like Ty Lue?
People like Ty Lue.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't like him as a coach. I thought it was all LeBron, but if he's getting these rave reviews from everyone, so you know what? Why not?
Now I know you're a big Jay Wright fan, but you don't like it for the Sixers or no?
He already said no. He said he wants to stay at Villanova. But he would have been perfect. He's a fool for not accepting that.
All right, thanks for catching up. All right, the next question we asked, and now just moving on along since Jeff already asked it. I go to Tobi here. What do you think about Dame in Portland? What will happen in his career moving forward?
He's never going to get a ring there. He's going to compete because he's a competitor. But like Jeff said, they might trade him at the end, or at the end he might go somewhere else, depending on when he's free. But Portland is not it. He's not going to win a ring there, but he'll go somewhere at the end of the career and try to, ring chase when it's all said and done. When you be like, oh, I respect Dame for really leaving. Like, he stayed there his whole career. Now try to go get your ring close to the end, a couple years.
And what's your thoughts on Melo? Should they keep him or not?
Oh, Melo? Yeah, might as well keep Melo. No one else is going to take Melo, so keep him.
Disrespectful.
Keep him in the league.
Yeah.
I like Melo, but no one else is going to.
I don't know. He played well. Like, he might have teams wanting him now. Stuff like that.
He does play well. If he does go to a team, what's his role going to be on that team? Like, I don't know. Is he the third option on the Blazers? He should be the third option on the Blazers, right? I don't know. I don't even know. But
Gary Trent over the 15th leading scorer in NBA history? Like, what's
I don't know.
Like,
if he goes to another team, I need to know what his role is going to be. Like, how effective can he be? Because he stops the ball a lot.
He's
Like
gonna be a
even
spot
like
up
when you run
shooter.
the ball through him, he's probably most likely gonna get a bucket. He's not gonna pass the ball. You know he's gonna try to score right there and then. So
Right.
who knows?
Yeah,
They'll keep him,
I think even if fully healthy, that team has a ceiling. But Jordan, what you think about Dame? What should he do?
I mean, I agree. As long as LeBron and Kawhi are in the NBA, I don't see him getting the chip. So, I mean, they're both in the West, and at the end of the day, they'd have to go up against him or Kawhi in the finals, and he's not better than either of them. So, I don't ever see him winning a chip unless, like Toby says, he goes and he ring chases at the end of his career and goes with a contender.
Yeah, Ravi, what you think about the Blazers and the Dame future?
I'm on the same boat there. I mean, he could win a ring in Portland, but someone has to come to him. I don't see that happening.
He needs another guy. I mean,
Yeah.
So I think they got to package CJ and like Zach Collins and try to get another player or something like that.
That'll be tough. Zach Collins got potential.
Yeah, they could maybe they could be one of the teams. Maybe they make like if Giannis definitely decides not to. Like Giannis would never re-sign there, but if Portland puts together the right package, why wouldn't he go there?
Gary Trent could play the CJ role, so I would get rid of CJ and I would package him, Zach Collins, and like a pick and try to get a better player at this point. Because you ain't doing nothing else regardless, like you said. So
I've been said CJ was overrated. Everybody looked at me like I was Beetlejuice, but that's all good.
Nah, I never believed in CJ. Yeah, I never.
CJ was never really that guy. I never really. He's a cool guy.
He think he better than what he is. That's the problem. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Clippers go after him. They're going after everybody else.
Right.
I can see that. I think Dame's going to try to win in Portland first, and
he will.
Then,
He's loyal.
He said that
30.
already. Yeah.
How old is he?
And he's
30 years old.
30.
Yeah.
He got time.
So the Clippers could send Beverly, Paul George, and somebody else to Portland for Dame, and that would work out great.
That's a win-win.
That's a win-win.
I would like to see them make the push at Giannis.
No, that's corny.
If he's on the trading block.
That's corny.
No. We'll get to Giannis though.
They're instant contenders.
All right, next we got my guy Luka. So after his playoff showing, where would you guys rank him? Is he top 5 or where would you rank him? I'll start with Ravi on this.
I don't know if he cracked top 5 yet. Definitely top 10. Because he's got to win. If he won the series, I would definitely consider. But that buzzer beater is sweet. He's shown that he's built for this. I don't think he's cracked top 5 yet.
Okay. What about you, Toby?
Nah, Luka's not top 5. I got Bron, KD, Kawhi, Steph, Harden, Giannis, MVP players. I mean, he's top 10 though, like Ravi said. Definitely top 10. I don't know who I would take off him, but he has to make it with his performance. Without Porzingis, has to.
Yeah, he was cooking them without Porzingis. Like
without them, he's destroying everybody.
Jeff, what you think about Luka now?
Yeah, no, he not top. He might be top 15 because I mean, because look, he just named like 6 players. We ain't add Dame in there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
That's one player.
Jason Tatum. He better than Jason Tatum?
Yes.
I put him over Jason Tatum.
Yes.
Wow.
I agree.
It's like this with them. It's like this because Jason has done more with his career so far, but Luka, sheesh.
Right.
I mean, he runs the whole offense.
What's this, like second year?
Second year.
I mean, look, he's top 10 is hard. Like he said, I like out of sight, out of mind. I forget Clay, Steph, KD. Like I forget those players. Like because you gotta think about it, man. Like, damn, who we haven't seen this year that it's a lot of players, man. I mean, squeezing him, he might be falling into 10. Like
I think he's like 7, honestly. But
what?
Maybe like 7 or 8. But
bugging, yo.
Bro, he's 29, 9, and 9 in his second year. That's ridiculous, bro.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'm saying those numbers are good and all, but like I said, it's players. I look at me, body of work. So we seeing Dame do it. You know what I'm saying? We got
I got Dame over Luka. It's also maybe like 8, but I ain't taking Jason Tatum over Luka. Like That's crazy.
Okay. Well, you take
He's
Kyle Lowry over
definitely-
Tatum, don't you?
Hey, what that meme say, Jeff? Kyle Lowry, the best Raptor of all time.
Rather at all time.
Word.
Better than Vince. Like, come on. But no, I mean, yeah, Luka. It's just hard, man. He got to be coming in at like 10 to me, my opinion.
All right, I hear you. Jordan, what you think about Luka now after playoffs?
I'm low key with Jeff on that too. You can name 10 guys off the top that we ain't even see in the playoffs. Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You can name 10 guys off the rip right now and be like, I don't know.
Give me 10.
I need one more year. He needs to win a playoff.
I can give you 10. We got Bron, Kawhi, KD, Steph, Giannis, Dame,
AD.
Harden,
AD.
AD. Like, we have the 8 already.
Listen, go ahead. Get 8. That's 8. Go ahead.
Eight?
Listen.
Okay.
Paul George.
So let me see. I'm trying to
Hell no. Paul George, fuck no.
Not Paul George.
Nah, it depends what season it is.
Yeah,
Regular
Paul George. Yeah, last season Paul George was elite. Yeah.
Paul George
last regular season, he
He has
was
his
in the
moments. He has
playoffs. He
moments.
folds.
Playoff P.
Heavy.
Joel
I'm not
Embiid?
giving him that.
Joel
Not at all.
Embiid?
That's arguable. Who else after Paul George?
Joel Embiid? I mean,
Joel
come on.
Embiid.
That's 10 right there. If you
Yeah,
gonna
not
give
10.
Paul George
Okay, that's
9.
9. I'm not giving you Paul George. I'll give you
That's
Joel
9.
Embiid 9.
So then Luka
KD,
falls in
right?
at 10, like we just
Yeah,
said.
10.
Like,
Okay. 10.
and maybe if I can't think of somebody else real quick, I'm
Yeah,
sure
think of
it's
somebody.
somebody
We
out
have time.
there. I'm sure it's somebody out there. Come back to me on the commercial break. I got you.
I think Embiid's arguable, and him and Harden becoming like this to me, bro. Real.
No.
What?
Harden? You bugging, bro. 5 seasons at 30 plus a game? Like, are you nuts?
No, I'm giving it to Harden.
I'll give it to Harden,
yeah.
but I'm saying it ain't far distance. Yo, Luka be
And then
cooking
hold
people,
on, and
bro.
then Embiid was just like 25, 12, and like 6.
they
Like,
win
yo,
nothing.
don't get carried away,
Yeah,
bro.
but you
Like,
gotta remember, like you say, basketball's played on both sides, and Luka on the defensive
Yeah, his
end is
defense
not
is trash.
elite.
Yeah.
Harden is. Like,
Okay, but Harden has
Yo,
4 years in, I guess.
Harden is a good defender now. You guys
Get
are
outta
He's
here.
better
sleeping on
defense
him.
than Luka sometimes.
Get outta
He
here,
play better
Ravi.
defense than
You
Luka
guys are
sometimes.
sleeping. That he used to be a bad defender, but he's upped his game, yo.
Yeah.
Don't
upped
let
his
that
game.
one block go to your head.
Series saving block.
That
Nah,
one
here.
block, don't stop it, man.
Yo,
Stop
you
it.
forget about Russell. I mean, there's guys in the top 10.
Russell,
He-
stop it. Russell,
he better
stop.
than Westbrook, bro. He better than
It's
Westbrook.
crazy right now, bro. He's not
better than
healthy.
Westbrook.
The worst.
Disrespect.
He's not
it
healthy.
be like that. Wow.
Russell's not healthy right now, bro. I can't give it to him. He playing shitty.
Right now in the
He's
play,
too
this whole
reckless,
bubble
bro.
season is
But
unorthodox.
the thing about it, Russell has always been reckless like this, though, bro. Even with the ball, he's always been this reckless. Like, he's not changing.
Double. You
He's
talking
not
about
changing.
29, bro. And Westbrook averaged a triple double. Won an MVP. Come on, you can't.
Come
Bro.
on, bro.
How many
Luka's
years
gonna get
ago
an
was that?
MVP too.
Right.
Luka's gonna get an MVP.
When
Luka's
it
gonna win
happens, then we can
multiple,
talk. But until
Right.
then,
Luka almost averaged triple double this year. He was 29, 9, and
Yeah,
9.
he's on. He might do
all
that
those
eventually.
don't count, bro.
Russell
Get out of here.
Averaged a triple double.
Russell didn't do that till later on. Luka did that in his second year.
That's fine.
Almost.
29, almost 29.
Almost.
9. That's basically a triple double. What is it? 29, 9.8 rebounds.
What we
9.7
say? We don't
assists.
do woulda, coulda, shouldas. We don't do that on this show. Nah.
What about you, Robbie? Westbrook or Luka? Who you taking right now?
I got Luka.
All right.
If we're talking right now, who's
Right.
better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we counting the playoffs this year too? Like, so you going off this whole body of work?
Yeah. Yeah, this year, this
Wow.
playoffs. What I
Yo,
think
you
that's
know
what
he
for him.
averaged like 31 points this year, right? Like after the restart. I mean, before the restart, he was averaging like what 27 and some change.
For like a period
Yeah,
of
they were
time.
coming into form. They were coming into form for sure.
Yeah.
For
Bro.
a period of time, he was
Right,
killing.
bro.
But
Luka is nice, dude.
Bro, that's what it is.
What's that, Jordan?
You
I
know,
said you on that Luka train, bro. I think.
yeah. You know
you're
what?
moment.
I might be having recency bias too because they were the 7th seed. That's not impressive.
What has Russell done since the playoffs began? Like even the first round, he wasn't that good.
he's been out
That's
of the
what we
first
saying.
one
You
every
can't
year,
judge
bro.
somebody.
You're talking about top 10 players. How can you
10 players.
name any of those guys over Luka? I mean, how could
I
you
don't
name
know,
Luka over
bro.
any of those guys?
I don't know. I definitely might take Luka over Russell Westbrook. I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
it.
you have to. You got to give me another name. You got to give me another name. You can't give me
Yeah.
Westbrook right now.
I'm
I mean,
thinking, man. I'm
but
thinking right now,
Westbrook's
man.
been a top 10 player in the NBA.
He
But
was
it's-
not anymore.
That was a
Bro.
while. Not anymore, bro. He's losing that. He's losing that. Sorry.
Luka over Jimmy Butler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come on,
And that's based
yeah.
on his potential too.
Yo,
He has
Jimmy
a
is
potential to be
balling
way
out.
better than Jimmy Butler. He's not
Yeah.
even working hard right now. He's just hooping.
Who?
Jimmy's the third best shooting guard in the league right now, bro.
What you say?
Jimmy's what?
Jimmy's the third best shooting guard in the league right now. To this day, right now.
Oh, the third best.
Harden,
Okay.
Clay,
Third best.
Jimmy.
Harden, Clay, Jimmy. Damn.
I thought you like Bradley Bill more than him before.
I thought you did too.
I'm
You was
cool,
definitely a
man.
Bradley Bill fan, bro.
I'm
What?
good.
Yes, you was.
I'm cool.
Wait, so is Luka better than John Wall?
Hell yeah. What?
But we haven't seen that nigga in like 3 years.
I'm just saying though, like the last we saw of him.
Yes. John Wall not even top 15 right now, bro.
Bro, is that man even alive?
Right. John Wall. Come on,
He in the
bro.
club.
If anything, I'll give y'all like 11 or something like that. But I ain't giving you Paul George. I'm sorry. I
I'm
can't.
not giving you
Yeah,
Paul
I
George.
get
If I was thinking about somebody if they was healthy, was just be I don't want to say his name. I don't want to say I was gonna say Klay Thompson just because how hot he is, but I'm not gonna say Klay Thompson as an overall
Whoa.
player.
Wait, so hold on. So well, I mean, I was gonna say Boogie Cousins too, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm not
What
gonna.
do you just name people now.
I'm fishing, bro. I'm going
You
fishing.
are. You fishing. Dude,
Yeah, you taking Luka? You taking Luka over me at LA Fitness that one day?
Yeah, nah. That bucket on me. Nah, I'm not. I'm definitely not. But I mean, 10. Like I said, that's the most I can slide. I can slide them in 10.
I can't
give them anything above that.
Then I'm sorry.
Jordan, you didn't even name nobody though. I mean, you're gonna say Embiid, but Embiid's not.
I mean,
I just
if
gave you 9.
No, he said he's not gonna give him 10.
I'm not giving him 10, bro. I mean, I'm picking guys until he needs to win some series, bro. There's
He
players
just took the Clippers to 6 games by himself.
and then top 10.
He took the
It was
Clippers to
against
6 games
Paul
by
George.
himself.
Paul
Nah, it
George
was
was the
against
other
Paul
running back.
George. It was against Morris. It was against. He cooked the whole team, bro. Let's be honest.
Yeah, he was cooking everybody but Kawhi.
He cooked everybody, but he still ain't.
He played
ain't
a
better.
good team, bro.
Not top 5. Nah, I can't do it.
All right, that's fine.
And just 10. That's it.
All right, that's fine. We're gonna move forward on to we just talked about him, Billy Donovan, and forgot about Nate McMillan got fired too. So which one of these coaches got the rawest deal? Which one were you more surprised about got fired? I'll start with Jeff this time.
Donovan, I don't classify Donovan getting fired. I think they mutually agreed to go separate ways because they realized that they're gonna lose Chris Paul and they're gonna be restarting.
All right,
And
which one were you
Donovan-
surprised left then? How about that?
Donovan.
All right.
I mean, Nate McMillan, he been around the block a few times, so I'm not shocked. That Indiana Pacers team isn't that really that great to me either, but I'm surprised they let Donovan go, like I said, with the year he had with this team, because a cat I know said, yo, they was actually lottery pick if it wasn't for Chris Paul.
That's true.
So he did a lot with these players on the Thunder, you know what I'm saying? Even to go 6 games. He went 7 games with the Rockets.
7.
So,
Yeah.
that's a lot, man.
Okay, Ravi, who are you more surprised by?
Yeah, probably same. I mean, it seems like it was amicable, and the Thunder know the direction they're going in. I think they want to swing into this rebuild. I don't think they thought they were going to be this good.
Were you surprised about Nate at all?
A little, because he just signed the extension, but after reading some of this stuff, like, it seemed like, I mean, he wasn't going to be the guy anyway.
How long was Nate there?
4 years.
I'm
I
not
think.
sure.
Was it 4 years?
A couple of years, yeah.
I believe it was like 3 or 4.
Hell, if Brett Brown lasted this long, I'm really shocked that Nate McMillan got fired.
Brett Brown got a long leash because of the process, so he should be happy. Yeah, that's what you. Tobi, which one were you surprised about?
Definitely more surprised by Nate McMillan. He got the extension last year, and I forget they didn't have Sabonis. And then Victor Oladipo was coming off an injury, his first time hooping. That was a raw as deal. Like, I mean, the thing is they got swept, right? They didn't win no games, so it was like it was a bad look. But at the end of the day, no Sabonis, nobody to do anything with Bam. I mean, they have Miles Turner, but he's soft in the paint. Bam is doing whatever to him in the paint. Sabonis was a body in the paint. Easy layups, easy buckets in the paint. So, and Victor just came back. He just started hooping. He barely played before the restart. So, definitely Nate McMillan.
Yeah, I think he got a raw deal. What about you, Jordan?
I agree with Toby and you. I think he definitely got a raw deal because I think the way their roster is constructed, I think that they can contend with everybody healthy, everybody playing up to full potential. Brogdon, Depot, emergence of Warren, Sabonis, and Turner. I think that's enough to go and do something in the East. So I was shocked that they did fire him with the extension because this experience and going into next year, you look at a guy like T.J. Warren, he's gonna be good. He's gonna be decent next year. He's gonna average 20 a game next year. To me, because how do you come out of it, like before the bubble? I knew about T.J. Warren. I knew he could score, but who knew anything about T.J. Warren until the bubble?
He was averaging like 20 before the bubble.
But he's not gonna get worse as a player. He's gonna get even better. I think all of them will get better, and I think they had the potential to do something. They need a coach that's gonna come in there and get them right. But I was shocked too that he got fired.
2 words for T.J. Warren: Tobias Harris. Same-time player. He's reached his peak in the bubble, bro. Don't get caught up in these 8 games.
That's messed up, bro. Nah, that's disrespectful to TJ Warren.
He was averaging 30.
Damn, yo, yeah.
Tobias Harris never did nothing like that in his life that I can recall.
Straight trash.
Listen, he just got $180 million, bro. Like,
okay, but he don't get no bucks like that.
Robbie the venture guy, man. They killed him.
Yo, when he was on the Clippers, yo, he was borderline All-Star last year, yo.
And get him out of here, dog.
He averaged 20.
He's
never averaged over like 22 points a game, bro.
I don't think it was ever 22. You might be right.
He dropped 50.
And that's what I'm giving him benefit of that with the 22. So I mean,
facts.
Really think about it. This
like 19 for real, career average. It's gotta be like career average.
T.J. Warren just started averaging 20.
But bro, his potential is bigger than him.
How many years Warren been in the league?
7.
Only 3-4 years.
Only like 3 years.
You said 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Switch it up.
Yeah.
Switch it up.
T.J. Warren, garbage, man. Keep it real with y'all.
Bro,
y'all know better.
50 in the game, bro.
Listen, I'm not trying to hear that he scored. Really trying to hear that, man. Stop.
But I'm just saying is the fact that gives Indiana another piece, another score.
Yeah, another piece.
Somebody who can come off the bench and go get 20.
Oladipo just came back.
Go get 20.
That was messed up.
Yeah.
Don't think he coming off the bench getting 20. He was starting getting 20.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is he going to start next year? That's what I'm saying. You feel me? Like Indiana has pieces, bro. Like Indiana.
He might
constructed roster.
I don't think the coach was the issue. Indiana had the ceiling. Nate McMillan ain't gonna make it better or worse. To be honest with you.
No, not at all. Not at all. Because I don't think. Yeah, we don't know what Oladipo gonna be like. He was kind of gimpy going out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the coach they bring in, they might be setting him up for failure. Whoever they bring in, honest with you. So
who was the GM of the Pacers? It's probably a good relationship between him and Nate McMillan.
Is it Bird? Is it who? No, it's not Bird. Right?
Bird. Wow.
I think he left. Yeah.
He left. I think.
He left a while ago, right? I don't know.
Yeah. He left after the Paul George, right? When he didn't want to trade.
Yeah. Okay. Chad Buchanan.
Okay.
Y'all know him?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But Kevin, here's the keynote, and this is why I think he got the deal. Kevin Pritchard is the president of basketball operations. Say that again. All right, give me a second. Kevin Pritchard is the president of basketball operations. He also was the GM in Portland when Nate McMillan was there. That's why he got the extension. He got a relationship from way back when he was in Portland. That's why the extension came.
He got fired in Portland and boom. So
and Kevin Pritchard is the man over here in Indiana. He break his boy off, but then the team probably was like, nah, bro, they was trash.
Before I move forward, so we're talking about Donovan with OKC. What y'all is it just gonna be a straight rebuild? Should they get rid of Chris Paul, or do you think that's gonna happen?
Yeah, rebuild.
Yeah, I think it's a done deal that Chris Paul is gone.
But isn't his contract too much to buy out? Isn't it like $80 million left?
It's only 2 years left now. Some team will take him.
2
And he
years,
played
80
well.
million though.
Nobody's taking him. He's gonna buy him out for about 35 million, maybe.
Yeah, he's
40.
gonna have to take a pay cut.
He gonna have to take a pay cut because he's gonna get probably
He
1
already
year
signed the contract.
salary.
Okay.
They gonna waive him, man. They gonna cut him. They gonna.
Okay.
They're not going to use the stretch, so.
And you know what? Yeah, they gonna. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they traded him to the Lakers for Green, Kuzma, JaVale McGee. I just boatload a whole bunch of people to him. Like,
Yeah. Or the Bucks. Bucks could use him.
I told you the Bucks could use him the most, I think.
he's not gonna go to. He's not going to a small market. He already did a small market bid. He's not going to.
Yeah, because I don't think if he
I
becomes
don't
a
think
free
that's his
agent,
choice.
well, yeah,
I mean,
if
I
he
think he's
if
gonna
he
have to
be,
say so in the trade.
Do y'all see
if he
anybody?
becomes
Do y'all see anybody beating Kawhi or the Lakers? So what does it matter?
That's why I said they're gonna ship him to the Lakers and make the Lakers
it's
even
possible.
better.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
Possible. They're beatable.
who do y'all see beating the Lakers or the
They're
Clippers?
beatable. Anybody can be beaten.
I
Yeah.
don't
The
know.
rich get richer and the poor don't get a damn thing, bro. He going to a market, bro. Trust me.
Yeah.
See,
And low key, man, just the other night, low key, Golden State getting healthy. So somebody
Healthy.
can beat them. So,
I've
Wait,
been on
sidebar. Hold on, time out.
Jordan been on
Mike,
that
didn't
week.
Jordan say what I said earlier?
what?
what is that?
What'd you say?
Nigga getting yelled
That
at.
Giannis on Golden State at the 5 would be unstoppable.
Oh yeah, I said that. That would be crazy.
That would be
That would be
bananas.
ridiculous.
That would be crazy.
But y'all
They're like-
sleeping
Giannis
on
is
Golden
going-
State though. Golden State gonna be nice next year.
They like to spread the floor, yo. Giannis can't shoot. I don't like him on Golden
That's
State.
true.
He can go in the
Giannis at
short
the
corner.
5?
He's not going there.
Giannis
He's
at
staying in
the 5
Milwaukee.
All right, hold on. No,
All right, yeah.
we'll get to Giannis later. All right, so the next segment is called halftime adjustments. So with the series going on right now, can the Nuggets still have a chance to survive or win this series, y'all think? I'll start with Tobi this time.
Thank you. I'm happy you started with me. If y'all recall, before everything started, I said Denver would beat the Clippers.
Right.
But the thing about Denver is they're not doing is, coaches make me mad in the league. When they see a good thing, they won't continue doing the good thing, maybe because of age or something. Michael Porter Jr., the last game, was killing. Down the stretch, you know who was in the game, missing wide open three?
Jeremy Grant. Right.
Get him out of the game. You got Michael Porter Jr. getting buckets. That's the only way they're going to win. They have to start playing Michael Porter Jr. because you see his confidence is getting up. And is in the playoffs, this is good experience for him, so you have to play him. Be a good coach. Like, use your brain. Jeremy Grant is missing all these wide open three that Michael Porter Jr. will be hitting. Like, that's the only way they're going to win.
All right, Ravi, since you like to hate on Michael Porter Jr., what you think?
Low key.
I think this is going 6 max.
Okay.
That's max.
Max. Clippers got this on lock. I know Tobi's a big Nuggets fan and PJ, you know.
Hope you like the whole league, I told you.
Yeah, Toby, show me your MPJ tattoo.
Oh, my God.
Sure.
That's a Michael Porter Jr. Trade.
Show the listeners your Michael Porter Jr. tattoo. But yeah, I mean, Nuggets don't have it. Yeah.
Right.
All right, Jeff, what do you think about the series? How far is it going?
Yeah, it could go 7, and because it's just Kawhi. It's nobody else. Like, it's Kawhi and Lou Will, and he ain't really been like giving you the 25 you're accustomed to. Like the last game, he had 10. Him and Harold had 10 apiece. It's not really the. But to Toby's point about the Michael Porter Jr. thing, the problem I don't like with him is he a ball stopper. Because when he get it, he looking to score. The ball don't move to him. Once he get the ball, he dribble one-on-one. And that's why the Joker be having all those, like, body language where he like, oh, this kid. Like, I see it all the time. Joker like, come on, man. What is this guy doing?
I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've seen that a couple times. But
Yeah.
down the stretch, you run the ball through Jokic. That's what he was doing last time. He was driving. He was passing to Jeremy Grant. Brick. It was like 3 bricks in a row. That's how they lost the game. Clippers went down. They were scoring. The game was close.
Look, I think the Nuggets can give you 7. If Murray can relight the stove or the oven or whatever he was in when he was cooking against Utah, the Joker, I never rule him out, man. I mean, it's sad. I mean, he a top 3 big man in the league. Like, he's one of the
Top 3?
Beat the AD.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? And no order, just like that.
Number one, skilled. He's more skilled than Embiid because he passes better.
But he's not better than AD skill wise.
Nah.
So you can't say number one skill.
Oh, dude, him and AD offensively can do the same shit.
He can't dribble like AD. Are you crazy?
I don't know about that, bro. He passed
Nah, he
better.
can't
Did you hear what you just? AD was a 6'3" guard like 3 years
passes,
ago.
bro.
Like
He passed better than AD. He
He
can
do
run.
better
But
than
who
AD.
can
ball
PJ
handling's
Tucker get
nice.
more offensive rebounds off of? It seems like
Huh?
PJ Tucker is getting a ton of offensive boards off of AD.
I
Ravi
think,
with the
I mean,
shade.
listen. I mean, they'll give that up though. Long as he can get 14 rebounds and have 0 points, so I think that's good. But I think the Nuggets can take it 7. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? It's
What
Kawhi
you-
by itself.
What you think, Jordan, about this series right now?
I think they could go 7, but I mean, I'll probably take it to 6. I think Denver's team overall, like when you look at Denver's team, they have one of the deepest teams. Like if you look at them and you match them up against like all the other teams in the NBA, to me, like the top 2 deepest teams in the NBA are like Denver and like maybe Boston, Miami, excuse me. So when you look at how deep Denver is, to me, I think they can take them. But at the end of the day, like they don't have anybody. Like they have bodies for Kawhi, but Kawhi gonna get his. And if PG plays up to potential, it's too much. In my opinion, it's too much for Denver. If the 2 of them play up to their potential, it's too much.
I think Denver, their first round series, they kind of, put a lot of energy in that series. I don't think they have enough left for this series. I think they probably might go out at 6. I'm kind of with Jeff, I guess, said that, right? Ravi. Yeah, I'm with Ravi on them in 6. I think, though, Tobi, to your point, they trade defense for offense because Porter Jr. can't guard you, right? So they trade
Porter
Grant.
He can
Disrespectful.
He's not the guard like Grant, but he can.
He can't guard Kawhi or PG. That's the problem. So that's why they got Grant in
Who can?
Who can?
I mean, it's players that can. That's why he's saying they trade offense for defense.
They trade offense for defense.
Grant can't guard either of them.
Who?
Grant can't guard Kawhi or PG.
He's
Better than
gonna
Porter?
be a better shot than
He can
Michael
do better
Porter.
than me, but
He could do better than Porter, but I mean,
And he's
based
gonna
off what I
rebound.
seen off last game, Jeremy Grant, they had a chance to win that game, and he had like wide open shots, and he missed all of them. It wasn't even close, and I feel like would have made him like Porter Jr.
No, I'm saying I agree with you. I'm saying that's what he's doing though. The coach trade defense for offense and whatnot.
Okay.
But I would rather play. I'm gonna go with my best guns. Like if that's me. But the key is Jeff said it, which will segue to the next topic. If Jamal Murray can get back consistent, so with Jamal Murray on his recent run, do we think he has reached star or all-star status? I'll start with Jordan this time.
I don't know. I think he's still a star. I mean, I know he went crazy. He had to go crazy or they would have lost. So I think he's still a star. He needs to get to an all-star. And there's too many point guards in the West probably for him to even make an all-star to me. Or too many guards, period, in the West for him to make an all-star team. And it's hard. Think about all the guards in the West and Jamal Murray or all the other guards in the West. I mean, who you take?
Okay.
So you think he's a superstar or all-star?
I thought the question was star or all-star.
That was the question.
That's what I just said.
Oh, that was the question, Mike?
Yeah, that was the question. Yeah, star or
Yeah,
all-star. You're right.
Star.
You don't think he'll be all-star? You said okay.
I think he has the potential, but not right now. He's got some more work to do, in my opinion.
All right. Since you already spoke, Jeff, what do you think?
I agree with Jordan. I mean, I just think it's important that none of us become
Prisoners of the moment.
Thank you. I was trying to get an acronym out, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not become prisoners of the moment. I mean, yeah, he had, like you said, he had his flash in the sun, against Mitchell, but that's still Joker's team no matter what. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we got to get that consistently, and not only consistently, but can we get that throughout the season? And let me ask you a question, Mike.
Yeah.
How do you rate his defense?
Oh, I think he competes. Which is not saying a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I was gonna say he barbecue chicken, bro.
He barbecue chicken, and it's funny because he got switched on Kawhi. They kept missing Kawhi when he was had Murray in the post a couple times in that
Okay.
game and whatnot. But
Because
yeah,
that's
yeah,
gonna be key.
I agree.
That's why I
Yeah.
asked you with that, like, because we big on
But I
defense.
mean, but he gives effort though at least. Like he ain't like Harden
He's
to
no
me.
He's no turnstile.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not, but he just not. Once he gives me that on a consistent basis, then I mean, scoring comes easy in this league because it's a scoring league. Like they're giving, look
especially
at the rules
for
of
guards.
the game.
Yeah, for guards. Yeah, especially.
Yeah, it's a scoring league for guards. That's how the game is set up. But once he can give me some sort of defense, I can elevate him to all-star status because everybody else is dinosaurs in the West. Like Westbrook might be on his last leg. You got Harden. Who else is a dynamic guard in the West?
I mean, Luka. I mean, he's, you know what I'm saying? Then
Okay.
you talk about Westbrook. Steph Curry's going to come back, snap him.
Dame.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll be out of sight, out of mind. I don't see him, I don't hear him. I forget about them dudes, man. Like him and Clay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Book. You got there's a few guards out there.
Book.
Whatever. But what you think about Murray now, Toby?
He has all-star potential, but he might not ever make the all-star team. It might be a long time because of how many guards are in the West, but he has all-star potential. He has to continue to show it to prove that he really is an all-star. But like I agree with Jeff and Jordan, he's just a star right now.
What's he averaging in this series?
That was my point. That he's too inconsistent. I get to you, Robbie, but like he goes from 15 to 27 back to 14. Like he's so up and down for me. That's really my problem with him. Like he's not solid throughout.
Sound like Paul George to me.
Playoff P. No, I'm just
Playoff P.
Robbie, what you think about Murray
I
in this
mean,
game?
I just think he's a really, really, really good player.
Right.
And that's it. Like a better version of CJ McCollum, I guess. Or I guess what CJ McCollum thinks he is. But I mean, he could tap into All-Star. I think even sooner than later, if he can keep this momentum. I know this Clippers series he hasn't played as well, but if he could do what he did in the Jazz series consistently,
I mean, he do that. Yeah, he'll be MVP if he do that shit.
Yeah.
Right. But I think he's gonna be like Mike Conley Jr., like just solid for years.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be better than that.
I think you sleep on Conley, bro. I think Conley was nice to Memphis, bro.
Nah, it took Conley a while to even be like honestly like a decent.
He took a 50 Grizzlies team to the conference finals.
Right, Conley was nice in Memphis, bro.
Yeah, I don't think it took him long to get to that point. He was really good, but that system was set up. They had to grind.
Yeah.
You had Gasol, you had Zebo, you had
Grit and grind.
all those years.
But Mike Conley just started averaging like 19 a game.
Nah,
but he was like 19 and 10, if anything. Like he giving you both on both sides of the passing and
I think he's gonna be better than Mike Conley.
His size is shitty anyway too.
Mike Conley like 6'3".
Like 6'3", but he's skinny, small. He got no weight room.
Yeah, like I can
get him body.
I'm moving his little ass.
Come on, bro. Stop.
Conley played Dito, actually.
They bugging, bro.
And I'm moving his little ass. Tell him come out.
Bugging, man. Y'all drinking the Kool-Aid right now. Mike Conley.
Come see me in the gym now. I'm gonna move his little ass.
Yo, he got $30 million, man. Like he was worth that.
He got 153 over 5 years, Conley.
Like, he got a Mike Jordan contract.
Need to put 153 pounds on because he ain't gonna be seeing me.
He's like 153 pounds.
All right, moving from Murray, man, and let's go to Jeff because I know he like talking about Westbrook being gone next year. But what do you think? Where do you think the Rockets go from here? Should they finally fire D'Antoni after they lose the series?
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. I mean, they talk about D'Antoni. I heard on the broadcast talking about D'Antoni that the organization was willing to offer him the money, but D'Antoni hadn't agreed to it yet. And I think that they are going to re-sign D'Antoni, but they got to move off Westbrook. They got to. It just doesn't work really. Like, and I'm starting to question James Harden's leadership, honestly. Like, and I'm really starting to question his leadership because of the fact that, I guess CP3 was too old. So then you got younger and more athletic, and this doesn't seem to be working either. Like, I think James Harden is kind of like he basically like he zaps the powers of the other players out of, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he's made Harden look hard. I mean, Westbrook looked terrible, man. I never saw him shoot this many air balls, like mid-range. Bad. Like, he's terrible. Like,
And you just said he was better than Luka, but now you said he's terrible. Come
I
on.
know his body of work is better so far, but he's terrible right now. And but so really, what I think they need to do, they should fire D'Antoni. They probably got to fire Morey and D'Antoni. Just blow it up, hell with it, and just keep James and go from the scratch.
You want everybody to
Keep
blow it up.
Russ, too.
Go ahead, Ravi. What's your thoughts on it? On the Ravi?
Yeah, I mean, D'Antoni should be gone. Should have been gone. They're doing the same thing every single year and expecting a different result, and it's not going to work. Hopefully, they come to their senses.
But they was in Game 7 Western Conference Finals. Was that last year or the year before?
Year before.
That was
Year before.
3 years ago now, right?
Check the stats.
They did 2 years in a row, I think.
In Game 7 last year?
Nah,
Last year was Game 6.
the year before they were in Game 7 with the when they shot 0 for 26 or whatever it was from 3.
Yeah, 27 straight.
Versus the Warriors.
What happened?
Last year?
Yeah, it wasn't last year?
No.
Nah, it wasn't last year. Last year they did play the Warriors in the second round when KD got hurt. And they still lost.
And they
Still
still
lost.
lost. That was horrible.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed in that. There was one game where Steph didn't score like in the first half or something like that. He went berserk in the second half and they won that game. That was a disappointing series. That was their chance to take out the Warriors, but
Yeah.
They got to blow it up.
And Daryl Morey was obsessed with the Warriors, and then the Warriors get hurt, and he still can't win without the Warriors. So it's like,
Blow it up.
He thinks he's too progressive. I mean, maybe in another decade that shit'll work, but right now you gotta.
They don't encourage you to take 2-point jump shots. Like, come on, man. Like, free throws.
They don't have a proper center. Like,
come on, man.
Everybody's 6'6" or better on that team. Like,
that's why that's a desperation move. That's why that's his last gasp. Like, damn.
I think that we better going back traditional big man. You know what I mean?
What they got? They got to bring one.
I mean, they got to bring one, yeah, but they got to be great. It's got to be somebody who would catch lobs from Harden and stuff like that.
They probably regret that Capella trade, man.
I would.
Huh?
I don't think they did.
No, Covington has been playing really well, yeah.
Yeah, he plays good for them.
Yeah, but he's again, that's where you get messed up because you got AD and Joker in the West. So you got the two of the best 3 centers in the West, and you playing with no center. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's poison. It's really poison.
Tobi, what do you think they should do?
The series is not over, Mike. Even though the series is not over. It's 2-1 right now.
It's over before it started. Go ahead.
They should definitely fire Mike D'Antoni. Even though I heard that they're gonna bring him back, it's like like Ravi said, you're doing the same thing every year. It becomes so easy to guard. You double team Harden, make everybody else shoot, and then like Jeff was saying about Harden leadership. I don't think his leadership. I just think down the stretch, like of the close game, he's not gonna consistently be there. So I feel like throughout the series, like with the Lakers, if it's fourth quarter down the stretch, I believe the Lakers will win every close game because I don't believe that offense is gonna work in the clutch. Like, it's not gonna consistently beat you. And with Westbrook, I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe if you get away from that ISO ball, I don't believe in ISO ball. You're just not gonna do this thing, just stand on top of the key and pass it and win. So maybe if they brought in another coach with Westbrook and Harden and change up the offense, make it more passive instead of ISO ball, maybe it will work, you know? Well, definitely coach first.
What about Morey? You think he should stay?
Nah, he should go too because, I mean, he made a lot of moves and stuff and it didn't work, so I feel like his time is just up there. You know, he should get out of there as well.
Dorian, what are your thoughts on the Rockets and where they go from here?
I mean, I pretty much agree with everybody. I think one thing, though, that Joe might laugh at me about is I feel bad. I feel bad for D'Antoni because he does get – I think he kind of gets a bad rep about his coaching style and the offense. But if you look at it, I mean, it's somewhat been successful. And I think, like, especially with the Suns, he just ran into a better player in those years. Like he ran into Kobe. They're gonna run into better teams and better players. Like James Harden, they're gonna run into LeBron James. They're gonna run into Kawhi Leonard. Regardless of who's on their team, those are better players, and they're gonna get it done. So
I have a question.
Go ahead, Toby.
Okay, I understand you saying that you're gonna run into better players. He ran into Kobe. He ran into LeBron and AD. I'm not gonna really blame him. But last year, what do you have to say about last year when Kevin Durant got hurt?
Last year, I would agree with that. But at the end of the day, like the shit was working. That
was their chance. That was their last chance.
But the players didn't ball, bro. They didn't ball. They didn't win the game. Mike D'Antoni ain't out there throwing passes and shooting shots. The shit works.
But that's when you
got to change.
Players aren't balling. That's when the coaches got to step in and change something.
I mean, I would agree.
Whether in-game adjustments or whatever.
I think he gets a bad rep, bro. And like I would agree that I think things need to change, but I think he's a decent coach. Like I think he's a decent coach because they win games, and like James Harden is the best offensive weapon that we've arguably ever seen. So I think that things do need to change, but I think he just gets a bad rep, and I feel kind of bad for him.
I kind of agree.
They're just gonna run in like he's gonna run into LeBron. Are they gonna beat LeBron? Are they ever gonna beat a LeBron James led team? Come on, bro. Like,
yeah, but before LeBron, it's always somebody for him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Curry
so
and KD, come on.
So when is he going to get over the hump? Great coaches get over the hump.
Oh, come on. They were never gonna. It didn't matter. You get Jesus.
And that's not true, bro. And why can't bro? Right? And why can't he make a defensive scheme for these players? You know what I mean?
Bubble so far, and they still take it.
But Popovich,
ISO ball's not gonna work.
Hold on, Toby. Popovich and Doc Rivers had a scheme for LeBron, right? So you can scheme at the top of this play.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that was 20 years ago too, though.
Not Pop. That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, I got you.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, yeah. Sometimes when it's time. You know, like he's overstayed his welcome.
I think he's more of like a OC in football. He's like assistant coach, offensive coordinator type of deal. I don't think he's a head coach, in my opinion.
I think he's a head coach, but he has to hire a defensive guru.
Well, either that too, yeah, one or the other, yeah.
He has to hire a
figure out if he can get a center. I mean,
but low key, this Houston team, they actually stacked, yo. Like they got Eric Gordon, like yo, they deep,
but they tiny.
I know, but this is my thing. Like I was like, dang, they like. Who can they offload for a legitimate center? They have people they can offload for a center.
Yeah, imagine if they put Giannis at the center.
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe they should trade Westbrook to Milwaukee and get Brook Lopez and a bunch of other players.
But you know what? But Jeff, to your point, they got 2 recent MVPs and can't get out the second round. Like that's horrible, bro.
The Lakers got Anthony Davis.
I'm not gonna blame them for this year. They was not beating Braun. There was not
this year. You gotta blame them for everything.
I'm blaming them for last year. Last year was the year they missed 27 threes. When CP3 got hurt. You have to change it up. And then last year, no Kevin Durant, no excuses. You have to beat them. No Kevin Durant. That was the regular Warriors. That was pre Dynasty Warriors. That was in the beginning.
They were going to Steph Curry.
Yes.
No,
they're supposed to beat Steph Curry.
They're not going to beat them.
Yeah, you're supposed to. You have to. Actually.
So they wasn't supposed to beat them.
But hold on.
Got hurt.
No. But hold on. Portland got swept by the same team with no KD though, or whatever. So you can't.
Portland doesn't have MVP.
But Portland was.
They went to 7 games a year before.
They beat Denver before they got there. I didn't expect Portland was disappointing that year too. Everybody was like, you remember, they had a couple big leads on them. They was up by like 17 one time, and they kept losing. Portland not built for this, but Houston was. They were supposed to beat them. When KD got hurt, some people was like, yo, this might be their chance. People wasn't saying that.
There's no way you're going to tell me that a backcourt of Harden and CP3 is better than Steph and Clay.
It's not better than them,
tell me that, bro.
They went to 7 games a year before with KD. They take out KD now.
Bro, and what was
going on? They lost in like 6 games. Easily.
Harden folded. CP3 foldies.
Okay, and that's my point. And you know why? They was playing ISO ball last year too, right? Nothing changed.
So then you saying D'Antoni got to go then? That's what you
that's what I'm saying. That's why he has to go, because nothing changed. Last year was their chance.
So listen,
Yeah.
so if D'Antoni has to go and Morey caters to D'Antoni's offense, why wouldn't Morey go too?
Yeah, get him out of there. Get them both.
Okay, okay, get him
Get
out of
them both.
there.
You gotta do it.
Both
You
out of
gotta-
there.
Get them both out of there.
Respect that.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that too. And to Toby's point, what you're saying is that Steve Kerr a much better coach than D'Antoni because he figured out how to adjust without KD on the fly.
Without KD.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely better than Mike
I mean,
D'Antoni.
still, even if listen, listen, and I'm sorry to be the dead horse, but it's still Dre, Steph, and Clay. Like I'm just not. You can't beat them with Hart and CP3. Like
I think you can. If
I
you
know
have good
Dre
coaches,
doesn't give you a lot of points, but he gives you intangible basketball.
Okay, what other role players? They like you said, they have Eric Gordon.
PJ Tucker, they were both there last year.
It was there
Clay
last year too.
Capella.
Yeah,
Clint
Capella was there
Capella was
too.
there in the paint.
I'm
That team, they went to 7 games with Kevin Durant.
only
I
going
didn't
to take it
expect
back
that
to the
happen.
core of this, bro. And
I
again,
didn't expect them to
I
take them to
can't
7
overstate
games.
this any further. You can't tell me that a backcourt of
Oh
Harden
my
and
God.
CP3 is going to beat Steph and Clay.
That's not
Like
the point. That's not the
I
point.
wasn't-
Okay,
that's a key
Yo,
point.
no, the point is, okay, last year, the year before that, did you expect them to take Golden State to 7 games? I did not expect them to take a Kevin Durant, Steph Curry team, Klay Thompson to 7 games, but they did.
Bro,
Kevin Durant's not there now. This is your
chance.
chance. You're supposed to smell that blood. Yo, Kevin
They
Durant's
won't.
not there. This our
They weren't.
year. They
Steph
didn't.
Curry is still a unanimous MVP, two-time
man.
champion.
And they
Let's not
lost
get
in
it
6
twisted, bro.
games. Bro,
Steph
they lost
and
in
Clay
6
is still a two-way
Six
guard that can
convincing
shoot the
games,
lights
bro.
out. You know, like let's not
Bro,
undervalue these guys.
Bro, go look at the scores. Go look what happened in those games. Those games were convincing. It was like there wasn't even, especially like the last game, it wasn't as close as it was supposed to be. It was like they convincingly beat them. That was a disappointing performance.
But
ball didn't work.
Steph still, I mean, not Steph. Golden State still played D though. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, crazy. So
They
that's
always
the one thing
have.
I gotta say.
So,
Yeah, Iguodala too, or whatever like that. But I'm gonna move forward though from that. 'Cause that was last year's series. The next segment is the third quarter run, and with this, it's all about the Bucks because of their expectations. And I'm gonna go with Jordan because we always kind of get to him last. So Jordan, for you, how big of a disappointment were the Bucks in these playoffs for you?
I mean, that was pretty bad. I mean, you're the number 1 seed, the number 1 team record-wise, I believe, in the NBA, and you go out 4-1, and Giannis played 3 of those games, and they were 3-0. Regardless of injury or not, it was pretty upsetting. I mean, I don't like him anyway because I'm a Sixers fan, so it was cool to see. But in regards to, you know what I'm saying, just watching that and seeing that and basketball-wise, that's terrible. I don't know what it is. I think they have to blow. I wouldn't say they have to blow that up, and I wouldn't even say that I can't even say this guy's name, Budenholzer or whatever. I don't think he's a bad coach, but they need another guy other than Middleton. Middleton is not the Robin that he needs.
Hold that thought. We'll get to what they should do, Jordan. How disappointing was it for you, Ravi?
Yeah, I mean, not personally, not disappointing, but for the Bucks, I can imagine it was very disappointing. Because it's now 2 straight seasons of
the best record in basketball.
Best record in basketball and just MVP this year, Defensive Player of the Year. Like Giannis didn't play well. Middleton is not that dude. But like, what happened to Bledsoe?
Oh,
This man sucks.
He's a zombie. He's definitely a zombie.
Yeah. So they gotta do some soul searching. We'll see what they do going forward.
Okay. Tobi, for the Bucks as a team, how disappointing do you think it was for them
That
this
was
year?
very disappointing. That was honestly ugly. Every game, I remember the first game, they won by double digits. I'm not sure the second. Every time they beat them, it was like, yo, they really are better than them. They're kicking their ass every game. It was disappointing. How you have the best record in the league and you lose
2 years in a row? Yeah.
4-1 in the second round. It was like a gentleman's sweep in the second round. It wasn't. They easily beat them, so that was very disappointing.
Yes.
Nah, I don't think it was that big of a disappointment, man.
Okay.
I really don't. I mean, look, in the seeding games, they played terrible.
Right.
So the momentum the train had lost all the cold, the steam was gone. It basically we're starting all over again.
Yeah.
And you know, you know, the interesting part about having all that time off is cats can watch tape. You know what I'm saying? Cats can watch tape and kind of see what you do and what you do best. And I think a lot of teams, you know, prepare for a way to defensively stop the Bucks.
All right. And I'm gonna stay with you, Jeff. How much of a hit does Giannis' legacy take after winning, which will be back-to-back MVPs and Defensive Player of the Year, and going out in the second round?
Somebody cue the Brown meme, please. Because when Brown was getting slandered for doing the same exact stuff, it was like, oh, hell have no fury. But Giannis got to take a hit. Like, come on, man. Like, it's got to be – listen, in the moment, it'll probably be minuscule. But depending on what his contract does – and that's a key thing to me. Like, I think his contract is hanging over this team's head. Like, what he'll do next. Where, you know what I'm saying, what the next steps are. I think that's hanging over the team's head because, you know, it just shows. And he's a one-trick pony, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be like Ben and make all them shooting videos all day you want, bro. But when the game comes, if you don't do it, I don't know what to tell you, man.
He better than Ben, in my opinion, because at least he attempt. Ben don't even attempt. Giannis will pull up. Giannis will pull up.
I don't want to see no Ben shooting videos this offseason.
All season, yo. None.
At all. But Jordan, what do you think about Giannis' legacy after this loss?
I mean, I think it's kind of like, I mean, he has to take somewhat of a hit because it's like, all right, yeah, you're the 2-time reigning MVP and you lose, you know, especially like that, losing in the second round the way they did. But as overall, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, guys have won MVPs and not won anything. So, like, at the end of the day, years from now, if he never wins a chip, they're just gonna label him as a guy who never won a chip. Like, I don't think it's that crazy right now. Like, because it's being so much focused on, and people are like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this." But later in life, I don't feel like it's gonna be.
Well, wait, wasn't last year? Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm saying Jordan said he could be like Karl Malone, got MVPs and ain't win no chip, stuff like that, whatever. All right, Ravi, how big of a legacy you think it's
honestly, not that big. I mean, typically the average player doesn't win a chip till their 7th, 8th year.
What year is he in?
I think this is 7.
Yeah, so he's up there.
I mean, he's getting there. He's getting there. But I mean, maybe a little bit, but I don't think long term this will affect his standing, assuming he does win a couple chips down the road.
That's a big assumption. So he came out 2013, and this is year 7? So
this year 7 for him. Yeah. But you notice Robbie said that, so that way he gives time for Embiid to win this shit.
Yeah, I know, right? All these caveats.
Yeah. I went to the 7th, 8th year. Okay, I got you. Tobi, how big of a hit do you think his legacy takes?
I don't think it's a big hit, but it just shows you how much the media is really the problem. This man is about to win MVP, deservedly so, if that's what people want to say, and he's about to be the Player of the Year in the same season. Right. Only 2 other people have done that.
Yes.
Michael Jordan and Hakeem the Dream. Okay?
Right.
Lost 4-1 in the second round in ugly fashion. But I don't think he's going to take a big hit only because he's so young. He's still 25. He still has time to grow his game and become better, get better pieces around him. His game is not complete. You know, you could tell by the way they play against him to, easily shut him down. So it's not going to take that big of a hit, but it just shows you how the media hypes up players. When it comes down to it, you see who's really the best of the best.
Why doesn't this take a hit for him, man? Like, he's on the same exact trajectory as LeBron.
The guys have done it. That's why,
Because what?
Karl Malone took a hit, but at the end of the day, Karl Malone's one of the best players ever stepped on the court. So it's like, at the end of the day, guys have done the same thing.
I don't know if Karl Malone was back-to-back MVP and defensive player in the same year and had 2 years in a row being the number 1 team in the NBA.
I mean, I feel you on that. I get you on that, but I still don't
I think Karl Malone took less of it because he lost to Jordan, right, in the final. So I think he took less of a hit than losing to Miami Heat in the second round. So I think that's kind of.
But I mean, he didn't just lose. Like he damn near got annihilated, bro. He damn near got swept out the building. Like if it wasn't for the injury, he would have got. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't let off the gas, he got swept out the building, bro.
But we know
they got swept last year.
They won without him too. That game they won without him. Chris Middleton.
No, they didn't get swept last year. They lost 4 straight.
That's 4 straight.
Whatever. They lost 4. That's sweet. Like yo, these last 4 games, it's over. Like, but so, and this is the problem. This is supposed to be his like beeline straight to the championship with Kawhi leaving out the East.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was the only factor last year. Kawhi was in the East at the Toronto Raptors. They lost 4 straight. He's supposed to beeline straight to the championship, head full of steam.
But Toronto gave the blueprint, and Miami just followed it. You know what I mean? To beat them and to beat Giannis.
I think we know. Right, we know why he lost. I think this will just be a stepping stone, just like LeBron had to get over. He'll get one, but
it's not getting the same notoriety as LeBron.
Because he's not LeBron. LeBron's the king.
And he ain't now, but when he was 25, losing in the first round of Boston, a big 3, not just, you know what I'm saying? It's just different, man. Like he should get a lot more props for this.
But you know what? Foreigners don't get that. They don't get the same type of scrutiny as foreign players.
Stop. This has nothing to do with nationality.
It's not been. Is what they projected Bron to be compared to what they.
Right.
Yeah, like LeBron was the king out of high school, #1 pick. Like,
he was remember that magazine? He's the chosen one. Like he came out, he stepped on the court and he delivered.
Nobody saw Giannis doing this. I did.
Yeah, right.
I mean, okay. I mean, I give you that, but still, once you had accolades, and like, yes, that's come on, man. This was his greatest season. This was the greatest season by an individual ever.
Yeah. I mean,
metric wise.
Yeah. I mean, he was that good.
But we know why they lost, because he's a one-trick pony. So until he fixes that, he's not gonna do nothing.
I mean, he was shooting the ball, but he couldn't. And that's why I say that Ben's IQ is better than his, because he didn't think at all like what the next. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let me divide.
Neither did Ben.
Huh?
He don't think about what's better. He would have thought
Giannis was shooting threes with less than 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You cannot do. He should not be doing that any game.
IQ. So again, and that's why I give it slightly to Ben, because Ben can find himself in multiple positions and score.
You give what slightly to Ben? IQ or
IQ?
Oh, okay, yeah.
IQ.
Yeah.
No, not
smart.
overall game. Not
disrespectful. Moving on
from the legacy. Thank you, Rob. To the next topic. Or same place. What do you think the Bucks need to do? Jordan, you were kind of saying this a little bit earlier, so let's hold up on that. But I'll get back to you. What do you think they need to do as a team, or maybe to get him to stay, or to get better and stuff?
Well, I mean, I think Middleton is not like what I think Middleton has to go. Middleton, like you guys tell me if I'm wrong, Middleton might be like the worst All-Star since Iguodala was with the Sixers and he made the All-Star.
Like, that was good, dude.
Yo, fuck out of here. Like, so I don't think he's it. I don't really think they need to do anything. I think Bledsoe needs to be better, so they probably need a better point guard like Chris Paul. So,
does Bledsoe start?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Wow.
So he starts, and then I think Lopez is decent. Lopez made second team.
Can we get a cameo? Can we get a high on the cameo? Like, yo, Freedom Morgan in the building.
We ain't get a high from your wife, Jeff. He was talking to you.
She didn't come down the steps. She knew better.
So I just think that, I think the issue is Giannis. He needs to evolve his game. And once he evolves his game, nobody will stop him. And the guys around him won't have to play as better. They needed a lot from everyone else because he was getting shut down.
Damn, how much evolution does he need to have? He averaged 30 points in 30 minutes with 13 rebounds in 6
He wasn't averaging that, though, in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing that.
All right. He
needs
even had 19 minutes and 11 minutes. He had 19 points in 11 minutes the other night.
he needs more like moves, counter moves, go-to moves, stuff like that and whatnot. That's what he's been. He need to go work with Hakeem or something like that.
Everybody do that. Everybody do that too. Once they fail, they go work with Hakeem.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Ravi, what do you think they need to do for the Bucks?
Giannis got to hit up lethal shooter. No, I mean, I think CP3 would be a good move.
I said that to you the other night, Jeff.
But honestly,
but for what though?
What they need to do is find out how serious Giannis is about staying. Because not that they want him to leave, but if he's going to walk next year, if he's thinking about walking next year, then they got to start exploring those trade options.
I agree.
If you let him walk for nothing, then that's a complete miss on the front office.
So let me ask you, Ravi.
Kind of like KD, right?
Let me ask you, Ravi. What kind of impact does CP3 have on the Bucks? Like, what do you envision?
I mean, leadership for one, definitely, and I think he'd be a better facilitator. He's a good defender, player coach on the floor.
Gotcha.
I said that the other night, Jeff.
Yeah, he did. That's how I wanted to see what you would say.
Like you saw him that Game 7. Did he convince the refs to get him a foul? He got basically an extra timeout.
Yeah, he did.
So you can convince anyone to do anything. He's not as good as he was, basketball wise, but he brings those intangibles to the team. I think.
So, do you think they should do CP3, Middleton, and Giannis?
I mean, if that's the roster they can get, I think so.
Is Middleton under a nice contract right now too?
Yeah, he got the extension.
He got the Tobi contract, I think.
Yeah.
Tobi, we think they should do. Hold on, Jeff.
I heard about Chris Paul too. They should definitely try to keep Chris Paul, keep Chris Middleton, keep Giannis, and keep Brook Lopez. If you could keep those four, you're gonna be all right. You need to get better role players around Giannis, and like we said, Giannis has to develop his game. He needs to add more tools to his toolbox. But I pulled up the stats real quick because I hate how people keep talking about Chris Middleton. He played good games. Game 1.
What series?
This is the series that this game 1, Giannis, 18 points. Okay? 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Giannis numbers. 18 points, clamps. Chris Middleton, 28 points, 37 minutes. Game 2, Chris Middleton, 23 points. Giannis, 29 points, 14 rebounds. Game 3, Chris Middleton, 18 points. Giannis, 21 points. Game 4, the game that they won without Giannis, overtime, Chris Middleton, 36 points.
He had to score 30. They would have took an L.
Saying it
he shot.
Okay,
correct me if I'm wrong, since you're already looking at the stats. I think he shot 8 for 23 yesterday.
They won
23.
I mean, that was without. They wasn't gonna beat them without Giannis. But I'm saying,
bro,
Chris Middleton wasn't playing shitty when Giannis was there. Giannis doing what he's supposed to do.
Bro, Middleton ain't it, bro. Middleton's not that good. I'm sorry.
But let's say, they always used to compare this Giannis team, to Bron's team. If Bron had anybody like Chris Middleton that was scoring 23 points,
I'll give you that. He's no scrub.
Like what? Who do you have?
Bro, didn't Mo Williams make an All-Star with the
I'll take Mo over Middleton, yo. I'm sorry.
Wow, bro. Turn the camera off. It's over, bro.
Mo
Williams made
I did not watch those.
He did.
He's a better All-Star than Mo Williams. Also, how many times he made the All-Star team?
Mo made it once, but
go stop it. Come
how
on,
many times Middleton made it?
All Middleton do is take one dribble pull-ups. He got nothing else. He'll create.
Yo, he's got a good jumper though, and he can give you 40.
I told you the number.
Middleton take 1 and 2 dribble pull-ups. That's what he do the whole game or whatever.
I'm trying to tell you, still was scoring. Him and Giannis numbers wasn't that different. Giannis had one better game.
Giannis had series. Middleton had to do that, or they wouldn't have even been.
Hold on, so you're saying what y'all want from Middleton is to carry the team. He's not carrying the team.
And
he
also,
did that one game, you said.
What you say?
He did that one game, you said.
Yeah, he did it the one game, but he's not going to carry you for the whole series. Giannis is supposed to be the dominant one. He's supposed to come in as the second player. If he's scoring more points than Giannis on a consistent basis, or 4 more points less than Giannis, that's a bad sign.
He had a bad series. 9 times out of 10,
but I'm talking
he's
about
not scoring.
Like, I don't think it's Middleton's fault they lost these games. I think it was Giannis' fault.
That's why his legacy should take a bigger hit. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
I agree with Toby there. Middleton did what he was supposed to do. Giannis didn't do his part.
They were supposed to do this series. Like
I agree with that.
Last year in the conference finals, he was worse last year in the conference finals.
But also agree with Jeff going all the way back. I think since they got to the bubble, they ain't been right. The whole Bucks team, like some reason, and I feel like
they weren't playing well in February either. March,
and defensively, they fell all the way off.
All the way off. They was number 1, wasn't they?
Yeah, at one point, and they fell all the way off, and that's where that Cleveland team Brown was on. They was clamped
defensively. Everybody.
It was clamping everybody. Stuff like that. So,
well, you know that, and to that point, that's funny because you know what, the Bucks, I do think Budenholzer has to go.
Yes.
He has to go. He does not adjust well. He doesn't show any emotion. Like he's just not a coach like that. Like,
and the fact that Giannis is a player's coach, like he's gonna listen to the coach, he needs a better coach.
Yeah, he needs an elite coach. Absolutely. And I mean, as far as moves go, I think Bledsoe got to go. I do, because I mean, he's going down ever since his Phoenix days, ever since his Baby Brown days in the Clippers. Down. He hasn't been that great since then.
You know what he messed?
Ever since he left the Clippers, he's been ass for him.
Yeah.
You know what I heard though? They messed up when they let Brogdon go. That's what they really messed up at.
That's what they messed up at.
Wow. And Brogdon's on the Pacers, and we didn't even talk about that. Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow. Yeah,
he was average. He was average this year.
Brogdon
worked out well on the Bucks.
Brogdon is better than Bledsoe.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah.
50, 40, 90.
50, 40, 90.
50, 40, 90, double. Like, yeah, they really did miss Brogdon. And and you know, it's like it's just hard. Like I said, I don't know I think Chris Middleton is a good third option.
Yes, that's what I was
think if they could land like a star between Giannis and Middleton, I think that team can take off.
I would absolutely agree with you, Jeff.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
They got to clear the cupboard, though. They got to clear the whole cupboard to do that.
All right. Well, let's just say if he does leave, or if you were him, would you leave, and where would you want to go if you were him? Jeff, how about you?
Yeah, I would leave. I would leave. I wouldn't go to the West though.
Okay.
I would might hop on that South Beach train ASAP, like. Because he could be a difference maker with them. Him, Bam, Jimmy, and them boys shooting. Oh, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So I wouldn't go west if I was him. I wouldn't go where AD and Joker and all those guys are and LeBron.
But you wouldn't stay with the Bucks either.
I wouldn't because like they said, nobody's going to come to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Unless you do a sign and trade. And, you know, a lot of players have power. And then the CP thing, there's the thing. If they take on Chris Paul in the trade, that's $40 million of salary cap.
Yeah.
Like you got to get league veteran minimums after that.
Ravi, would you leave if you were honest?
If I'm him, I'm gonna leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even play this year. Honestly, I would say trade me.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or I'm gonna walk for free next year.
Yeah.
And I disagree with Jeff. I think he should go to Golden State.
Okay.
Why you gonna go to the West for all those? The West would be too loaded, man.
It's always been that way, though.
I know, but like, think about that: Kawhi, LeBron, AD, Paul George. Like,
Clippers
bro,
would be a good option.
They had Kobe, Duncan, Shaq, Garnett. They always been loaded. The West. That's how it's always been.
But that was on 4 teams. That was on those was like 4 players on 4 teams. This would be like he would be on a superstar team.
Yeah, if the Clippers find a way to get him, that would be cool too.
No.
Or Toronto.
Y'all want boring finals appearances, I see. Y'all don't want to have no excitement in the finals. Like,
no. I mean, I'll get to mine. Toby, go ahead. What you think?
If I'm Giannis, like unlike the other situations, to me it's different. KD and Bron leaving, well, especially LeBron, their situation is different. Giannis, it is Giannis's fault. He is the one that's incomplete.
Okay.
His team was all right. He is the reason they lose. So if I'm honest, I think they say he might sign like the year extension, his last year in his deal, whatever. I don't know what he's gonna do. He should definitely try to stay a couple more years, polish up his game, and if he feels like he can't win because of him, then he can dip. But
That'll be
I
late.
feel like
He'll
no,
be
he
like what,
shouldn't leave.
28? He'd be 29 by then.
No, I mean he's 25 right now. I think 2 more
He's
years.
25 right
soon, I
now.
think.
So if he signed another deal,
2
he'd be
years.
like,
No,
what?
you don't sign the long term deal. I heard he has like he could sign like a year in, like 1 year, and then after that, probably be a
Sign-
free agent.
You sign one of them Kawhi deals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
LeBron
could do
deals.
that.
1-1. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the reason.
Jordan, what do you think he should do? Stay or leave?
Man, I think he should leave because you guys are right. And nobody's gonna want to come to play with him in Milwaukee.
I don't know.
And I like him in Golden State. I like him. I like them running small ball with him in Golden State or even Houston.
Low-key,
I'll-
I got a
Houston is
low-key idea. I bet
interesting.
you might say it.
Nah, go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
You know what, low-key? If he was going to leave, just go to Boston, bro. Him, Tatum, and Brown? Wow.
And
I'm
Smart?
Definitely
Forget
coming
about
out
Smart.
the East.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Smart?
I know
You
y'all
putting
Sixers
Smart
fans
in that
sick about that,
conversation?
but
I'm
Huh?
just saying,
You're
I love him as a
Smart
piece.
sucks, dude.
I love Smart on the team, bro. I'll take him on any team in the league. Yo.
Oh
Listen.
yeah, he's a good energy guy, but come on, man, he's
Nah,
trash.
He
Smart
plays
gives-
defense.
Smart gives you everything.
He
Yeah.
does. He got way better. He got way better than I
He
would
got
think.
First Smart's nice.
is it shocking a Sixers fan is saying that?
Yeah, honestly, Giannis, Jalen Brown, and Tatum, I don't see it.
Robbie hates the Celtics. I forget.
Dude.
Sounds like a first round exit to me.
Yeah,
Wait till
I think he should go to Miami because of Miami's structure. Pat Riley will make him work to get better, and I think that Jimmy won't let him, just do nothing or whatever like that. Like Jimmy has to do the best out of him.
he
I
work
think
hard though.
I think Giannis is a hard worker. I don't think Jimmy would have that problem with him.
Well, not work out, work on his game. I think his shooting or whatever.
Oh
like
yeah.
that. Yeah. Nah, Giannis work
probably
hard.
easier to get
Yeah.
Hakeem to come to Miami, too.
Yeah, but if he asks for a trade to Miami this year, he's gonna. I mean, that's KD part 2. You going to the team that bounced you, bro? Come on.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, definitely.
But if
Yeah.
he waits, then he's Brown part 2.
4-1. Now you going to them 4-1?
I can't believe that they were down
Embarrassing.
3-0. I'm with you, Toby. They were down 3-0. I can't believe it. That's crazy.
Come on, it was ugly. Like
Yeah.
that was disgusting. There was
Well,
a first seed.
one of the games was kind of oof because they gave to Jimmy Butler the foul.
Oh yeah, the foul.
Oh yeah.
But
That was
before
kinda
that, they said
oof.
it was a makeup call because Chris
They gave
Middleton called.
Middleton the 3. Yeah.
So it was like you should have went. But the thing about it is like they were never in control of these games. Like
yeah,
it was.
you're right.
I think that
They were
game
never
2 they had like
dominating.
a lead to the 4th, but then
Yeah,
Miami
they
went
were
on the
10
run.
going in the 4th or something.
It was like,
Yeah.
yo, it didn't look like they. And once that happened, it was over. Like that was their one game. So
Yeah. All right, moving on forward, man. We're off the Bucks and Giannis. Last segment here. Next basket wins. And speaking of Jimmy and Miami, who do we see now coming out of the East since Jimmy and Miami are in the Eastern Conference Finals playing either Toronto or Boston? Maybe Boston after the night. We don't know. But either way, who do we see coming out of the East to make it to the finals? I'm going to start with you, Toby, on that.
I'm sad to say this. I honestly don't want to see either of these teams in the conference finals, which is about to happen. But I think Boston. I have a friend that's a real Boston. He's a huge Boston fan. He's annoying as fuck. I think Boston's gonna get to the finals. I'm gonna hate to see it. They have a good team. I think they probably could beat Miami.
Oh yeah,
Miami. No, not in the West. They probably beat Miami in the 7-game series that's coming up. And they get to the finals. I mean, it could go either way. But right now, I'm seeing Boston just because they both play defense. But I feel like offensively, Boston has Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown, and Kemba. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm gonna say Boston
in the finals. Jeff, who do you think coming out of the East?
Yeah, I think Boston too. I think Boston got too much firepower for Miami. I think once you get Smart on those young shooters, I think he gonna be up in them, and they might not be able to function the same way. And outside of them and Jimmy and And Crowder's limited. You know what I'm saying? He can hit the shot, but he isn't consistently knocking him down. He did go 6 for 12 for 18 points in Game 5 or Game 4, but then in Game 5 he wasn't shooting as great, but he got his points. So Miami Boston in the finals, East Finals. Boston going to the chip.
All right, Ravi.
If Toronto can pull out these next 2 games, I got them going to the finals.
Of course.
But I don't know if I see that happening. So probably Boston, honestly.
You think Boston beats Miami if Boston makes it to the East Conference Finals?
Yeah. I mean, it's a toss-up. I think it goes 7 games. But whoever, I guess, yeah, I would give it to Boston. Whoever makes it out is getting out in 4 in the finals.
It's gonna be the worst spot. It's gonna be the worst finals in years, bro.
Yeah.
Horrible. Well, I'll get to that, Toby. Hold on. Drew, who you think gonna make it to the finals? Out of the East. I'm sorry, East.
The East. I really do like Miami because I like how deep they are.
Yeah.
But however, I think the overall star power that Boston has with Tatum, Kemba, and Jaylen Brown is going to be too much for Miami to overcome because everybody on Miami, I think, can score and play D. And they can go 10 deep off the bench. Like, they can go to their last guy off the bench. But so I think Miami's deeper than Boston, but the star power of Boston is going to be too much with Tatum, Brown, and Kemba. It's going to be too much.
Stars win.
So I got Boston.
I like Miami. I like their grit. I like the shooters, especially. I love Hero, like, you know, and Dragon. He be balling, and I like how Jimmy. And I like how
Hero too.
Yeah,
crazy for him too.
Speaking of maturity, I like how Jimmy didn't let his family come because it's a business trip. So I kind of like that too. Whatever. Huh?
I was fucked up.
Nah, man, it's a business trip,
man. He's serious about his shit.
Yeah. That's why everybody like Jimmy, yo. He's different, yo. But
if he ain't had nobody coming to the bubble, you know he'd be out there bullying. You know why he out there bullying niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Got a whole bunch of frustration. It's like, or whatever. But you know, I think Toronto's done, Ravi, but I think that that Boston, I agree with y'all. I think it will wind up being Boston to do it because of the I think you know what, it's crazy. Coaching is kind of tough with Spoelstra and Stevens.
Yo.
But
who's Stevens?
Toronto up right now.
Toronto up right now?
Yeah. Fourth quarter.
Hey, man, they got the greatest. They got the legend Kyle Lowry. You know what
I mean? Hey, don't let Jimmy Butler mistake Kyle Lowry for something else if they do make the Eastern Conference Finals.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Boston. Let me move forward so we get to these games ourselves. So with the West, basically Lakers and Clippers we talked about. Are your predictions, have they changed at all since we've been seeing the playoffs of who's going to come out the West? Let's start with Toby, who's rubbing his fingers together over there.
I knew you was talking about Clippers and Lakers. No. If Denver does what they're supposed to do, they will play the Lakers. Either way, I think the Lakers are coming out the West, and my mind hasn't changed on that.
All right, so what were you saying about the finals since we got that going on? I think either way, no matter who come out the East, it's going to be like a sweep regardless.
I don't think – back to that. I don't think it's going to be that. I think you're underestimating Boston and Miami. Boston, they blew out the Lakers the one time, I remember. And then the one time we beat them, we went down to the wire with Boston Brown, hit a fadeaway, and we won by like a couple points. Miami, everybody, they move the ball well and they shoot threes. And the Lakers' defense could be iffy sometimes, especially when guarding guards like Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler. I mean, Tyler Hero be doing the pick and roll thing, Dragic. You know, they have guards like a hoop. So I think it's going to be a sweep.
They'll play close games, but then take them out in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
If they play Boston 6 games, Miami like maybe 6-5, but I don't think there's gonna be a sweep.
They're not going to 6 with either.
No, hell no. I'm gonna shoot Robbie with that.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm sleeping on them.
All right. Let me. I'm sorry talking to Robbie. Robbie, what do you think about the West? You still keeping your same prediction with the Clippers, or?
Yeah, Clippers, Lakers, and then Clippers to the finals. I think the Western Conference Finals is going to be fantastic. Maybe one of the best series, non-final series we've seen in a long time.
Okay.
We just
Well, I
saw
guess
Houston and
actually,
Golden
yeah,
State.
we just saw some great series actually. But I think it'll be a great series. And I think Kawhi takes it.
Okay. In the finals, you think it'll be a sweep or
Oh,
5
yeah.
Okay.
5 games max, maybe gentleman sweep. I mean, those teams are too young, no final
Yeah.
experience.
All right. I agree. And no superstars on those teams. That's the real problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeff, what do you think?
Yeah, same. Battle for LA. And I like Lakers, Celtics, Magic, Bird. Lakers definitely in 5.
Yeah, that's like Bird and somebody else. That ain't Bird and Magic. It's like Bird and Byron Scott. They ain't got no Bird. They ain't got no Magic on. No Bird. not probably Magic and Byron Scott. They ain't got no Bird on the Celtics now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jordan, what do you think?
Yeah, I have it. I think it's still going to be the Clippers and Lakers in the West. And then I do like the Clippers just because I think the Clippers are deeper. And then I can see the Clippers in Boston. If it's Clippers in Boston, I got the Clippers.
Okay. All right. But Clippers in what? How many games?
I would give them at least to it could go 7 against Boston, I believe, but I give them 6. Clippers in 6 against Boston.
All right. Let's move on to next year, since this year's pretty much almost done. And just a quick prediction. Jordan, besides Golden State, I know you love Golden State, what other teams do you think may make the playoffs that didn't make it this year?
That didn't make the playoffs this year, that will make it next year.
Yeah, that's why I said besides Golden State. Yep.
That's rough, Mike. If John Wall can come to the Wizards, I think the Wizards.
Wow.
In the East, I'm not even gonna lie. Like they were in the playoffs before he got hurt. So if John Wall can come back with the Wizards, I give them a lock, because especially in the East, I give them a lock for it.
All right, Jeff. What do you think?
I got so making the playoff next year.
That didn't make
The
it this year.
Timberwolves.
Ooh,
You got D'Angelo, you got Cat,
see
and
that?
you got the number 1 pick. They could flip that for
that's
a player.
a good pitch. We'll see. All right, Ravi.
Good pick.
I'm a piggyback off Jeff's thing. I think the Suns could be a contender for a playoff spot, not a contender for the chip. The Timberwolves would be interesting giving that pick to the Suns for Book. Get that little big 3. I think that would be awesome.
That could be it. That number 1 pick is important.
I don't trust Russell, man. I just don't. I'm sorry.
No, I never thought Russell was that dude, but
Who's the coach?
I like Book.
I don't know who the coach is. Who the coach?
The Flip Saunders' son, Ryan Saunders.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Tobi, who
KG,
you think besides
if
Golden
KG by the team, I'm in. I'm all in.
Tobi?
That was good. I wasn't even thinking about the Timberwolves. If they could get Book and then trade their pick to the Suns and they get LaMelo, that would be tough. But my pick was gonna be my pick was gonna
LaMelo, yeah.
My pick was gonna be the New Orleans the Pelicans. The Pelicans. That's gonna be my team because Zion, probably new coaching, and then BI, Lonzo, young nucleus.
Like that.
Lonzo.
So
Lonzo.
since y'all 3 did the West, I'm gonna go back to the East with Jordan. This is a surprise pick. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but if he gets hot, I can see it. I'm gonna go with the Hawks and Trae Young and whatnot. Yeah, HC.
Yeah.
Stop disrespecting the Hornets, bro. Real.
They suck.
Stop disrespecting the Hornets, bro. We should have been in this year, so don't.
Hornets gonna be better than the Hawks gonna be better.
We got the top 3 pick. We about to turn up. Yeah.
The Hawks ain't getting hot, Mike. I'm sorry, they suck.
And Michael Jordan will screw that pick up, don't worry.
Yo, don't disrespect the GOAT, bro.
He's gonna pick somebody, Charles.
Remember he picked Frank Kaminsky over.
Bro, remember he picked Kwame Brown, like.
I mean, you know what? But I don't give him a bad pick for Adam Morrison. Morrison was balling in college, so that one I wouldn't give him a bad.
That's not a bad pick too, but he's not a top NBA player. He's a role player. Like he's a 3rd option.
Yeah.
So in order for him to take that pick, he would have had to be bringing in like a big name star, like to pair him along with, not to
Yeah,
be the guy.
I mean, you definitely can't blame him for that pick. That's why you can't blame the Sixers for Fultz, because he was that guy in college.
Always come back to
Yeah.
Colts.
Always come back to Philly, some way, somehow.
You gotta know your audience.
I'm definitely blaming the Sixers for Colts, bro. That's horrible. Not when you could have had Tatum. That's why that's a bad pick, but that's a whole other
Yeah, but honestly, Tatum, people didn't even think, was that Dennis Smith Jr.'s draft, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people thought he was going to be better.
I think he would be too if he didn't keep getting bounced around. He's a legitimate 6 man.
Him
Stop
and
it.
Moutier. Moutier, him can't stay nowhere.
I mean,
Dennis Smith Jr. is garbage, dude.
he's a
Garbage.
legitimate 6 man. He can't shoot. That's all. He's you know.
A lot of cats can't shoot these days, but we're gonna finish this up. It's been long enough. Last thing, overtime, real quick. Your thoughts on the Steve Nash being hired for the Nets, and what do you think the Nets will do next year, Toby? How about you?
Nets are gonna be a top 3 seed probably. Got KD and Kyrie. They might try to make a trade for somebody because they got Spencer Dinwiddie and Karis LeVert.
Mm-hmm.
Too many ball handlers, so they might make a trade for somebody. Steve Nash, this is a solid hire. I mean, he's one of the greatest point guards of all time. He has great basketball IQ. And Kyrie and KD signed off for him. So KD obviously wanted him there because, Golden State ties. So I think it was a solid hire, top three seed in the East.
All right, Ravi, what do you think about the hire in the team?
I mean, I don't know. So, these things go either way. Sometimes it could be good. Sometimes it can be god-awful. This one seems like it'll be good, but who knows? He definitely has a high basketball IQ. Only thing is, I feel like KD already had this in mind probably when he went to
Probably did.
Brooklyn. Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. I don't think they're going to be real contenders next year.
Really? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Coming off an injury, I don't see him coming back. Like, they'll be top. I think Toby said top 3. I'll give them top 5.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's
Toby.
blunt.
I mean, not
Top 5
Toby.
in the East or in
the
top
East,
5
you
in the
said.
East, yes.
That's the blunt.
He must be smoking something, right?
I want whatever that is.
Nah, he must be eating them gummies and candy. You got to be.
Them gummies. I need those.
Yo.
Jordan, what you think about the Nets and the Steve Nash hire?
And like, I kind of agree with all y'all, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I think Jeff said it earlier, coaching doesn't even matter. They got 2 guys who can go for 40. Like, they should be in the finals next year with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. So we'll see.
In the finals.
That's big talk.
Up the East here.
Big worm in the building. Dang.
Jeff, I'll let you finish it off.
My only concern with the hire is how he manages superstar egos. I think the X and O's will be fine, but we're dealing with 2 egotistical players who are very emotional and wear their emotions on Twitter or on their sleeves, one or the other. So how does he manage them? KD going for 40, he went 50, but it's the game blowing him out, and he doesn't want to come out, and he want to come out. So, but what I do like about him is he's got a real even keel personality. You know what I'm saying? He's never too high, never too low. He always even keel, and I think that'll benefit him.
I think I'm gonna love to see the type of offense that he brings with his mindset with KD and Kyrie. Also, I want to see Kyrie under a all-star point guard, like not MVP point guard. I'm sorry, and how he can make him a better distributor, a better point guard, and stuff like that. Because Steve Nash was still getting buckets while giving you 10, 14 assists and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times. So I want to see that, and I think it's about his staff. You got to get defensive guys on the staff. Yeah. You know what I mean? Doc made the blueprint when he had Thibodeau on the Boston staff. And whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's it. And I think the Nets, unlike Robbie, who's a hater, but I think the Nets will be I don't know. I think they're gonna be a top 2 seed in the East, man. At least, they're just that good. They're so deep, and then you can move like Toby said, Dinwiddie or LeVert to the bench. Oh my God, like this is ridiculous and stuff.
They're good, but I mean, look, Kyrie's not gonna stay healthy, and then KD's gonna play like 40, 50 games next year.
Bro,
Why?
he's
He's
gonna be
had off
done for
all
like
year.
2 years by the time they play, like or a year and a half at least. Oh, no.
Yeah, but still, like, game action is different than rehab.
I don't think it's gonna take him that long to get acclimated to the game speed.
And an Achilles injury for a guy like him, we'll see.
Okay. Well, anyway, for another episode of Half Court Trap, we appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, we got a football show we're gonna bring to you guys
Check it
starting
out.
this Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, Steelers Nation.
Yep.
We can-
Go
And,
Birds.
oh, here we go. We'll talk about how bad Carson Wentz sucks, right, George?
Over under on the wins fumbles. I got 15.
Oh, my
He
God.
fumbled.
I'm gonna take
Disrespect,
the
yo.
under. I'm gonna take the under.
Lies.
Remember y'all said this. This is all recorded. Remember y'all said
Yeah, it is.
All right.
15. I'm going to over, Jeff. I'll take
Me
extra.
too.
Oh, jeez.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later. We're out.
All right,
See you later.
player.
All right, see you, fellas.